Haruna, the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences, they have been at this for a very long time. And they organize, lectures to try to diagnose the situation and prescribe solutions. They say our forests are not just natural spaces. They are our last line of defense against climate change, water insecurity, and biodiversity loss. Preserving them is not optional. It is a national duty. And they demand a total repeal, that's revocation, of the LI 2462, not just the removal of Regulation 3, Sub-Regulation 2. I'll share that with all of you shortly. A firm and binding presidential policy that prohibits all mining, exploration, prospecting, and extraction in all forest reserves. Immediate termination of all mining and prospecting activities currently taking place in forest reserves.
Yes, Samson. First, I would say good morning to your cherished viewers and my colleague panelists on this particular platform and others that are joining online. I think that the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences has been very consistent in their call to ensure that our environment is being preserved. I think that they are forcefully making it now because they have not seen the needed confidence in the current administration vis-a-vis their call when they were in opposition. And Samson, if you permit me, you will recall that when the NDC was in opposition, they had made certain propositions and called the government of Akufo-Addo to execute a certain mandate that the Ghanaian public had given to him per the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. They said that they were calling on government to declare a state of emergency. And we all know the power that is trusted to His Excellency the President, then Akufo-Addo, was asked that he should declare a state of emergency. And it was within him to have done that. And this was immediate. The call was immediate that it should be called. And then again, a temporary ban on small-scale mining was also something that was called when they were in opposition. They also called for an immediate and forceful clampdown on all Galamsey activities or sites. And they also called for a repeal of the LI 2462, not to mine in the forest reserves, as you have indicated. But if you ask yourself and follow the report of Asari Donko, a very renowned reporter in this particular area, I believe that he needs to get an award in that particular area, getting to those particular sites, risking his life to go through, to cover and to preserve the forest reserves for our country is very dear. You will see that obviously this government that we have called a settings government certainly doesn't have the gravitas to be able to hold this particular canker. And they are sitting on using the Galamsey activities in opposition to get governance, and they are virtually turning their back on us. You've asked very critical questions, and you've also asked that they have been able to do one or two things. And you've talked about how the IGP is constantly relating and reporting as to how activities are being done, how they are invading communities and sites. Samson, you agree with me that this is not the first time that our security forces have been able to go to the forest reserves, the site, Galamsey sites, to clamp them down. This is not the first time that we have banned equipments in the field. This is not the first time that a citizen of Ghana, in fact, the number one citizen of Ghana, in the person of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, had put his own presidency on the line. So I think that these things that they are doing are things that has happened. What is stopping them from having the state of emergency? He has the power. Nobody has taken the power away from President Mahama to have a state of emergency, to ensure that what he had promised the good people of Ghana is what he actually going to carry out.
The public's natural expectation will be that you will rather be agreeing with them why they should not be declaring a state of emergency, because you know the reasons why it should not be declared. When it was called on, it was demanded, Akufo-Addo refused.
And the person that called for it saw that it was necessary. So God being so good, he has given him the mandate. The person decides not to do it. The person tells you that he's going to repeal a certain law whilst in opposition. And they're very clear in their minds.
That's right.
Very clear in their mind. You see, His Excellency, the current president, did not come by default. He has become a president before. You know that he has traveled all that line. He has been an MP. Some say he has been an assemblyman, which I cannot confirm. If that is true, from assemblyman to an MP, a deputy minister, vice president, president, former president, and now president. So he's very clear in his mind. He's been able to know and travel through all the development stages of our country. And he clearly understands what the law is. So he comes in, and certainly he refused to repeal, because repeal is repeal. It is not amendment. He goes and to amend a certain portion, as you have indicated, Regulation 3 sub 2 of that particular act. And that clearly defies that logic. Why are you not doing what you told the people of Ghana? You promised them. They gave you the opportunity. You use it to win political power. And you come in and you have to fold your arms. It is true that I agree with Prof. that if he has to travel out of the country or run away from this country, it's because of what? Unregulated or illegal mining activities that is not done, supported by law. And I think that when he says that, maybe many people may not understand why he's saying so. You see, we all drink water. Nobody can stay alive without water. Why would we be drinking water that is contaminated, that contains a lot of heavy metals, that you take it into your system and you cannot survive with that? A certain government, a certain party comes in, and this is certainly what they want to give to us. So they are not prepared. They have gotten the power, and to hell with the people of Ghana. And environmental protection and water bodies. You know how they were coming with water, packing them, and then repackaging them and putting labels on them. Now, today, it is not even water. If you ask Asari Donko, it is mad. You can't get the water. The water is gone. The excavators, even those that they have even vanished. Where have they gone? I think that the NDC need to answer more questions, because God has given them the opportunity, and Ghanaians are seeing their results, and that is what they are making.
Okay. I'll move on. I wanted to say something, because we have to stay factual when we make these claims about excavators have vanished, the water has become mad. We have to be factual about what we say.